How you guys are doing? This is Mr. Gigi. Today's Father's Day. It's June 20th, 2021. And I want to say Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there who actually are in their child's life or making the attempt to be in their children's life, on Father's Day, and also to any part of your life. Understand if you're here in the United States, it's not easy at all the time. Not only raising a kid by yourself, but also to making the attempt to be in that child's life, and it's very, very important, you guys. I want to briefly talk to you guys, about the topic of, how to get joint custody of your kid with no child support, and if you're attempting to get what we call sole legal, sole physical full custody, because some attorneys may call it a different name, right? With no child support, I'm gonna kind of guide you through the steps of what you should do and how you should do it, as a single father. You understand? Because again, a lot of these systems, like I said in my introduction video, are designed to favor the woman, and we're not here to favor no woman. No, we actually here for the best interests of our children, and this is what society needs to know. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you a little bit about my story, and then after that, I'm gonna go into more detail. Please like, share, comment, and share this to somebody who could probably make their day. So anyway, I'm gonna just kind of give you the cliff notes of what I've been through, how I experienced it, and then I want you guys to take what you want from it. It may can help you, it may not, it may help someone else. I don't know, but I thought I just put this information out there because I have a lot of sit downs with brothers all the time about child support, custody, women keeping their kids away from them to get a child support check, how they figure society's just against them, all that shit, man. And I try to give them the light to the tunnel, and either some of them take the game and run with it, and then some of them just sit back and make excuses, procrastinate, and point the finger at everybody else. They just don't get off their ass and do anything. Sure, I got fathers I know now, literally, that still stay with their mamas, and they won't do anything to move out of there, man. And the kids, they're neglecting their kids or whatever, and they're just more their priorities as long as they keep a job, drink liquor, do drugs all day, and can point the finger. And as long as they got a roof over their head, living with somebody, that's all. That's okay with them, and that's their decision, you guys. We just, common sense, kind of know where those particular guys' priorities are at. You understand? So anyway, what I did was back when my daughter was, I want to say 6 months. My daughter's mom kept my daughter away for 10 months of my time. She went out and kept my daughter away from me, and she's one of those people that's gullible, naive, and fall astray to individuals. And when I say that, I'm talking particularly friends and family members. People who are gullible, naive, very easily influenced. And long story short, she kept my daughter away for 10 months. I didn't know what the hell to do. And when she kept my daughter away, she had brought the police to my house, caught me off guard. I was at the house, and I had me and her were together, and I made bath water, cooked her a good breakfast. I'm thinking she's going to come home for third shift, but no. And remember, I'm thinking that we're on good terms, but no, she popped up at my house with her sister that works for DFS. DFS is called Division of Family Services. So some of you guys in the States may call them different names. I think I heard people say CPS. I mean, all types of names. But we here in Missouri call them Division of Family Service, or DFS. And the state, which is them, they do not mess around. They don't shit. They're out for the best interest of the child. So she basically used her sister's power to basically come and take my child, and so she came in the door with her sister and took my daughter. And I'm like, why are you doing this? And she told me literally that I'm tired of this. Our daughter got diaper rashes, and it's your fault. I said, okay, all right. And I'm hurt. teary-eyed. Didn't know what to do. I did not know what to do. I swear to God, for real. Police told me when I was trying to approach her, hey, I need to sit down and don't do nothing. White police officers took my daughter, trashed my home, and she said she couldn't take this anymore and left. Later on, I contacted my older brother. And when I contacted my older brother, was telling him about it, and he kept telling me on the phone, don't talk about her, why even bring this up or whatever. And I'm like trying to get compassion about this. Well, short story of it, later on, I had found out that my brother was sleeping with my daughter's mama. Yeah, all right. And she got pregnant with this kid. And the kid didn't survive, I guess, or whatever. And yeah, this had been going on behind my back. So throughout the process, I had already got an attorney. I didn't know how to get an attorney. There was idiots telling me, do not get an attorney or sign your rights over. She's going to hit you for child support. That's how the system is made. But me, I'm not no dummy. I do have a couple degrees in, heating and AC, plumbing, electrical, stationary engineering, and they didn't just teach us stuff in those fields, you guys. No, they actually taught us some common sense in there, believe it or not. So I said to myself that I got to take these degrees and take them and run with them. Fuck this shit, man. I know you didn't twist a wrench all in these classes and read books, no. You learned something. So one thing they taught me was research. Yeah, I researched my ass off, and come to find out, I found out there were cases where guys were actually winning custody of their kids, both full custody, joint custody, and physical custody, or whatever. And there was mediation either involved or it was a straight point case. But depending on the state, because each of the states, even in Canada, all make their own rules and handle by case scenarios. Where there were guys who actually were surrendering their rights over. They were surrendering their rights over, and they didn't know what to do. And these women would just hit them up for child support every month, keep the kid away. They wouldn't know what to do. They didn't know what to do. But me, I'm one of those guys that I don't just take a person's word and run with it. No, I actually do my own research and look at more than one circumstance, and then make my own decision based on that circumstance or those circumstances, Just like shopping an attorney, it took me a while to shop for an attorney. I was having attorneys telling me to go and sign my rights over to my daughter and let her hit you for child support. I even had attorneys tell me for like $3 to $10,000 to just go in there and sign my rights over. Like, for real, you're not going to win. In Missouri and Kansas, they were telling me this stuff, because right here, I'm in Kansas City, and we got attorneys who are licensed for both Missouri and Kansas. Does that make sense? And you can get advice from these people who are licensed for those, and they practice in those. But again, you got to narrow it down to what attorney is comfortable for you, and not only for the best interest of their pockets, but they're out for the best interest of your child and the best interest of the things you want. So I narrowed it down to, out of like 20 attorneys, 5 attorneys, 3 out of Missouri, 2 out of Kansas, and then I narrowed it down to roughly 2 out of those, and I narrowed it down to females. And you're probably wondering, why did I actually choose a female attorney? Good question. The reason why, in my opinion, psychologically wise, is because a female knows how to play a female's game. Okay, it's real. A female knows how to manipulate. She understands manipulation and control, and she understands what another female is doing versus a male, right, or whatever, right? We do understand to a certain degree, but we can only do things within our power and our control, so you get a little bit of leverage. But this is my opinion, and this is not to come down on other guys who actually got male attorneys and went in there and kicked ass and won. I'm not talking about that. This is just my preference. So in my opinion, again, whichever attorney's comfortable with you, male or female, you make sure you interview them, ask them the tough questions. You don't jump in and ask them how much it's going to cost. You're going to ask them questions like, what is your experience in a trial? Because if this thing goes to trial and ends up not being settled out of court and you got to get cross-examined, then you want to be in the position to know, can this attorney hold water? Can they ask the tough questions to you in court and the tough questions to the kid's mom, because the kid's mom, she's going to come in there with the tears and the guilt, you know, the shaming, the guilt, you know, the I'm always the victim shit. And you have to come in there with sheer 100% truth. I'm telling you, truth, 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 okay? And confidence, okay? All right, and stand on your ground. Do not bow down. I'm telling you. And yeah, so when I went in there, got the attorney, we started with papers, and long story short, it did go to trial. And my attorney went to court with me. This in the trial, but we didn't go to trial per se. This settled out of court on the day of trial. Yeah, we settled in a little small room outside of the courtroom, and the only thing we demanded was joint custody, split down the middle, 50-50, no child support for either parent, no supervised visits, equal rights to our kid, 7 days on, 7 days off, right? I was basically it, odd year, certain year holidays, and even year, certain year holidays, if that makes sense, okay? And we'll split odd year tax years, even year tax years, right? Whichever parent has decided on those, that's it. Mandatory birthday, mandatory Father's Day and or Mother's Day, right? For each parent, you know. Obviously, I'm not getting Mother's Day and her birthday, so it would be she get her birthday and Mother's Day. I get my birthday and Father's Day with our child, okay? So when you're asking these attorneys this, you have to ask them these tough questions so you can put yourself in that situation, okay? So you can know what's going on, okay? And some of you guys, if you guys in other countries, make sure you talk to an attorney, because I don't believe other countries have any of this bullcrap that's going on, like here in North America and the United Kingdom, okay? But we asked for that. She turned around and countered and said that she wanted supervised visits, wanted to hit me up for child support, okay, and also see my daughter every other Wednesday and every other weekend for like 4 hours. And I said, are you fucking kidding me? And my attorney said, is this bitch fucking crazy? She has to have grounds for it. She came in there saying, well, this is the standard. So what do you think my attorney said? She said, this is what we're going to do. She want to play hardball. We got to play barball. I said, how the hell are we going to do this? She said, well, did you know you can ask for child support? And I said, what? I can? She said, yeah, you can ask for child support. I said, bet. And she said, you can ask for anything. I said, well, I got a big ass Christmas list. Now remember, this is negotiation power, you guys, okay? This is how you scare the opponent, put them in the corner or whatever, right? Don't let the fact that the other person have an attorney scare you. Remember, he or she who files first and early, okay, typically, right, always has generally the upper hand, okay? And also the person who's prepared, because you need to be better prepared than the other person, okay? And make sure you file in a good length of time. Make sure when you file, you're going to file this thing and when they least expect it, okay? You know, serve it to them on their job, at their mama's house, you know, my daughter's mom in this case stayed with her mom, their friend's house, wherever the hell they're frequent at. Get that address, man, as soon as possible, or addresses, give it to your attorney so your attorney can serve them the papers to go to their house. You understand? This is all the game I'm lacing you on, okay? You need to have this shit. If you can't get an attorney to do it or whatever, make sure you find a private investigator. Come out of pocket for this. I would rather come out of pocket for a case rather than come out of pocket 18 and 21 years for child support. Think about it. I mean, the numbers speak for itself. Shit, you know, would you spend quick $3 to $5 grand for an attorney or $2,000 for an attorney, or would you rather pay roughly anywhere from 100 to maybe 300 grand, you know, over a course though of 18 to 21 years? I mean, think about this. You know, numbers speak for itself. Shit, you know, could be more depending on what state cost of living you're at. Everybody's different. Okay. Long story short, I got the attorneys, we countered with full custody, reimbursement of attorney's fees, court costs, the DNA test. We wanted back child support, current child support, and we want to be reimbursed of, you know, the DNA test, court costs. We put all that shit in there. We wasn't fucking around. And so she turned around and seen all this we were demanding, and she said, you know, well, you want to hit me up for child support? I said, of course. You want to check? I want one too. You damn right. Because you got to remember, you got to come in there playing to win. Do not feel sorry for the kid's mom. Okay? All right? She's not going to feel sorry for you. You do not feel sorry for her. Okay? All right? For whatever the reason may be. This same woman told me when we were together, I would never put you on child support. I'm not that type of woman. Dude, in this society where feminism at and women are getting highly influenced by social media and other toxic red flag girlfriends and family members, okay, keep in your mind that a woman can always change her mind on you. She will fucking do that shit. Okay, she will. It's not an if, it's not a maybe. She will. And you have to put in your possession, always keep in the back of your mind, an exit strategy just in the event some of that happens. So I don't care what she says, you know, it's just real. You gotta remember, a large majority of men are getting hit by child support. You don't see a majority of women, it's a minority of women. And the divorce rate speaks for itself. I've never personally have been married, but when you got the divorce rate over 55, damn near 60%, okay, and you got famous people, you know, getting divorced left and right, I would not encourage any man to actually get married, you know, in the United States or North America or in Canada either. I would not, you know. The UK, no. Until there's a divorce and child support, though, reform bill, you know, and if there's a way where a woman could be more submittal and compliant to a man, you know, rather than be more masculine and combative with a man, then I will not condone it. I will not condone a man actually marrying here in the United States. That would be stupid, you know, especially if you don't have a prenup. But back to the custody situation, we countered with that nasty shit, and she started crying, and the attorney said she wanted to talk to her client, and I said, okay, well, I want you to be in there with her too. And I stepped out of the room. I told my attorney to go in there with her. Remember, this is three females, two female attorneys and her ass, my daughter's mom. My attorney came out with some good news. I said, listen, you better find me something, man. I got clean. Remember, you guys, I got a clean ass suit on too. When I go to court, I dress clean, okay? Clean ass suit. And I told her when I'm there, man, when we get done, man, I'm hungry. I want some chicken, macaroni and cheese with some potatoes, man. I'm hungry now. She said, I got some great news. I said, what's the news? She's willing to agree to all of your terms. I said, really? She listed every single thing down. I said, okay. I said, that's fine. In my mind, I'm like, hell yeah. But in my mind, you got to keep your game face on. Look serious at all times. And I told her, by the way, I need this, that. And when I said this, that, I was talking more like what exact days, what exact hours. And what we did is instead of the 7 on, 7 off, we agreed to what we call the 2-2-3 rule of days, where I get her Monday, Tuesdays. She get her Wednesday, Thursdays. I get her Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And it rotates back. She get her Monday, Tuesdays. I get her Wednesday, Thursdays. She get her Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then it rotates back. And when I say her, I'm talking about my daughter. My daughter is in this situation, okay? You know, she's my only child. So she agreed to those terms, yeah, because I looked at it as though the parent actually get a break, and also get time with the child every other weekend, and also 2 to 3 times during the week. That works pretty damn good, you know. And then also too, you know, we got vacation time where we can get 2 weeks out with our child or whatever, okay, and uninterrupted. She can have phone calls, whatever. We also got language in there called the first right of refusal. So let's say she decides she wants to go to a goddamn party on my parenting time and take my daughter with me. I have the right to say no and hell no. Or let's say that if I decide I want to interrupt her parenting time for whatever reason, she got the right to say no. You know, I mean, it's just fair, you know. So this is what worked out for me. And so what you want to do also, I want to tell you guys in the court order too, you want to tell your attorney and put as much information in there that you need. For example, child support. I had her put the language in there that neither parent shall pay child support to either parent. under any circumstances. And I had to put that language in there, not only in the front page, but also near the back. So when they see the language twice in there, and let's say I got to take this court order somewhere, right, to actually use it for documentation, that language is inside of there, So let's say I need to apply for state benefits, food stamps, or if I need to apply to get housing or a birth certificate or whatever, and they're asking, hey, are you paying child support? We need proof of it, and that language in there, and it's a court order stamped by the court, signed by the judge. Yeah, they're going to go ahead and enforce it, because we put the language in there that that also too, law enforcement and government entities must cooperate and enforce their court order. You see where I'm at? Put the language in there that you need, and if you guys got to write the language down, write the language down. Okay, I apologize for the noise in the background. Write the language down, or languages that you want inside your court order, because remember, you're paying this attorney. The attorney works for you. You do not work for the attorney. You understand that? Okay. And every now and then, you always got to make sure you keep in mind that you can't just accept what the attorney is telling you in there. You are out for the best interest of you. Your goal is to make sure you have no child support rights to your kid. Okay? All right? And as much language is in there for you to have your time. Okay? And once you got this, you fight for this, you need to comply to it. That doesn't mean to go ahead, pay all this money, win in court, and then figure you can come and spend time with your child when you feel like it. Fuck that shit, man. You got a court order, gentlemen. You need to comply to it, and you need to do it. And if she acts a fool in there by keeping the kid away again, right, or whatever it may be, contact the authorities and show them the court order, and they will politely escort you over to her house or to her job or where she's at to enforce it. That's all it is. If she does not comply, then contact the same attorney or a different attorney, right, depending on the attorney did her job or not. And after that, tell them that she's in violation of court order. You want to either file a contempt of court or what we call a modification of custody, which means modifying, meaning changing the custody up. You can actually get more custody, lesser custody, more rights, more time, right? Anything, listen, anything in these, you can put any language inside of there. It's negotiable, okay? And she has no choice but to go back to court. But if she does something stupid like don't go to court, the first 2 or 3 times, the judge will probably want to most likely give you everything. It's just how it is, or whatever. All right, everything you want. You want the sheriff to escort you. If you want it to pick a specific time to pick up or a location to pick up, you can put that language inside of there. A lot of guys like using McDonald's. I like particularly using like libraries and police stations, things like that, or like a Dollar General or Family Dollar, anywhere there's public, where there's eyeballs can see, whichever it feels more comfortable to you. Preferably, if you can, locations that are open before 9 p.m. Okay, because you want to make sure that you do this. Okay. Also, when you're pursuing custody, make sure you get the custody, man, of the child as soon as possible. The younger the better. Don't wait till she's 16, 17 or any shit like that, right? And the kid's mom's still holding the child away, because you look like a damn fool if you're trying to pursue between that time and that you haven't spent no time with your child. And I've met guys who do dumb stuff like that. I'm telling you, the younger the better. And it makes you look good because you are a single father who is pursuing, and we are rare. It's rare. You're not gonna often find a room of guys down at DFS applying for child support benefits. More than the majority of the time, it's going to be more of the 80-20 rule. It's going to be like 20% fathers, 80% women down there at the DFS office or child support office. Or let's say you guys are not going for state aid or whatever. Let's say you guys have money. You don't have to depend on the state. Well, if there was a room full of women and we were just having a regular discussion, right? More than most likely, the ratio is still going to be like 6 to 1. Like for every 6 single moms, there's like 1 single father. Like for real, we're rare, like very, very rare. Okay. And that's why I advocate a lot of these single father conferences, for guys to actually go out, spend more time with their kids, try to get more custody, try to reduce child support or get zero child support, And I don't want to hear no, well, child support is based on the best interest of the child or whatever. I want to hear that shit. No, because I personally believe that no man or woman should pay a dime to see their child. No. Because we got to design to where that I'm not paying her nothing. She's not paying me nothing. If she actually wants anything when it comes to the child or whatever, on her parenting time, she's responsible for it. On my parenting time, I'm responsible for it. There's no dumb stuff like some guys do. I've met guys who throw their kids' moms hundreds of dollars here, saying, that's my kid's mom, she needs help with it, and you don't know where the money goes. You just give it away because that's her. And you don't know if she's spending it on another guy or on that child. Because I've seen these guys spend money to get their child's hair done, give it to the kid's mom or some clothes, whatever, and return the child back to the father. And so when they return the child back to the father, guess what happens? No hair is done. The child is probably got messed up, raggedy ass clothes, right? I mean, that's just how the shit is or whatever. And he's like, dude, I gave you this money. Where'd it go? Well, she decided to spend it on whatever. Could have been another man. Could have been on her personal bills. Whatever it may have been. And when he asked for receipts, it's like pulling teeth trying to get proof in the receipt. I mean, it's real. So I'm telling you, don't give these women any cash. Stop it. Stop being a dumbass out here trying to be Mr. Nice Guy and give these women cash. No, you take care of your kid, man. All right, your kid needs some shoes. You buy the shoes and you keep the shoes. Your kid needs new barrettes. God damn it, you buy the barrettes. You keep the barrettes. God damn it. If your child actually needs money for a prescription, you go buy the prescription, pay for the prescription. You keep the prescription. And on your parenting time, you provide that child with those things. Don't give nothing to the kid's mama. Absolutely nothing. All right. And in some states, receipts do help. In some states, they don't. In my opinion, this is my personal opinion. Okay. I say personally, get items for your kid. Take pictures of the items, right? And then, also too, no matter if they're new or used, just take the photos. Okay. We got technology out. Yes, you can keep the receipts, but in some states, they'll say that the receipts are more like a gift. I've seen that crap happen. Okay. But file first, okay? Find a family law attorney, not a criminal law, not someone who does also traffic or any shit like that. Straight 100% family law. Someone who specializes in family law, divorce, child support, guardianship, all that stuff. This is the attorneys that you want. And like I said, you got to interview them, ask them the tough questions. Did I win my case? Yes. But the next video, I'm going to show you guys also, too, how I actually took her back to court again. Yes, I took her back about 10 years later, man, and I actually got even more custody. Because you got to build a case over time and give some time to kick in. Remember, going to court is a patience game, but usually the payoff is really big in the end, so... But anyway, you guys, I'm going to get off this video. I just want to encourage you guys that, hey, if you're a single father out there, yes, you can get custody of your child, only if you are trying, okay? Get your money together, right? Make sure you get your stability together. Remember, you don't necessarily have to have a job to have custody of a kid. Get that shit out of your mind. No. The judge want to see who is stable, who got the best interest of the child. If you got a place and basic necessities and a bedroom for that kid, boy or girl, it doesn't matter. Did I win? Yes, I did. You could do the same too. Okay, I'm here in Missouri, and also there's a lot of aggressive child support laws here in Missouri and the state of Kansas. But in your other states, you can do this. I know child support is horrible out there in California and some other states, but hey, you guys can do this shit too. But anyway, please like, share, and comment. I'll talk to you guys later. Hope all goes well, you guys. And again, happy Father's Day out there. Keep encouraging others. I'll talk to you later. Peace out.